overthinking is when you think about something so much that it starts to hurt you. There are many ways to overthink, but a common one is mind reading. And I know that sounds cool and kind of Jedi, but when we try to read other people's minds, that can create a lot of suffering and stress for us. So in this video, I will teach you how to identify when you're mind reading. I will teach you a strategy for what to do instead, and I will help you get rid of this common type of overthinking forever. Let's go. First of all, the ability to read minds is super cool. The ability, like this evolutionary gift of trying to put ourselves into other people's shoes and figure out what they think, that's the core of empathy. So we really don't want to shut that off. What we want to do is to be aware when we're using this evolutionary gift against ourselves, when we're doing it too much so it hurts us. Because we can't really figure out what other people are really thinking. And here are some examples when I have done it in the past in ways that really hurt me. For example, before I would go to a party, I could spend like an hour trying to figure out, okay, at this party, what are other people going to wear? What can I wear to fit into that? And with these clothes that I have chosen, how are other people going to react? And that serves almost no purpose. It only cost me a lot of stress and suffering. And in the end of the day, I had no idea if what I was thinking would actually be true. Another example that I have done so much, creating a lot of suffering, is that in a lot of social situations, in a conversation, I would observe what other people are saying, talking about, and try to figure out, okay, what should I say here? What can I say to kind of fit in? What do they want to talk about? What can I say so they will like me? And that kind of mind reading is creating a lot of stress and suffering. And it makes it really hard for me to be natural in that situation. Another common one is, in relationships. I've done this thousands of times when my girlfriend is angry. And, maybe she's in the kitchen and I just sense that she is upset. And I try to figure out why. Did I do something to disappoint her? Is it the dishes? I should have done the dishes. Or was it something that happened this weekend? Why is she mad at me? What should I do? What can I do to make this stop? And I would just spend so much time and energy and stress about what could she be thinking? When in reality, I have no idea, and most of my assumptions are wrong. I will show you better ways to think in all of these kind of situations and a mindset that would help you get out of overthinking. But before I do, I need to tell you what I tried to solve this problem that didn't work. The first thing I did when I became aware that I was doing this kind of overthinking mind reading is that I tried to use, spiritual practices like meditation to stop myself from mind reading. I would pay attention, and when I would try to mind read and figure out what other people was thinking, I would just stop it and try to push away those thoughts. And it worked a little bit, but it didn't solve the problem because the thoughts just kept coming back no matter how hard I tried to ignore them and push them away. And looking back, I can see that a reason for it is that they are important. The mind-reading thoughts are a part of empathy, like I mentioned. So we don't want to push them away or ignore them. What we want to do is to become more aware of our own signals. And when I say our own signals, I mean, the thoughts and the ideas and the desires that are coming from within us. Those signals that are coming from within you, That is you. That is your true, authentic self trying to express itself. The problem is that so many of us have spent a great bit of time ignoring and suppressing those signals because we have been taught that it's not okay, it's not going to make us fit in. Maybe in our past or family, we've been punished for trying to express who we truly are. So many of us don't have contact at all with the signals. And to make it clearer, a signal can be, you're in a group setting in a conversation. I feel like talking about this. Or I feel like wearing this yellow shirt to the party tonight. It's an instinct that is coming from within you. And if you can become aware of that, that's a great first step for you to become a more value-driven person. And here's the key, the mindset that would help you get out of mind reading. It's not to stop mind reading like I tried in the beginning. It's to care more about what you think. It's to become more aware of your signals, your values, act on them, and that will get you out of the mind reading problem. In other words, to be less focused on what other people are thinking, care more about what you are thinking and act on that. A second way to mind read less is to do a technique that I call raising assumptions. And it can look like this. Let's go back to the example where my girlfriend is angry in the kitchen. Instead of, being in my room and try to figure out 1,000 different reasons for why she might be upset, I can raise my assumption. I can say, hey, you seem distracted. I get the feeling that you're angry. And by doing that, she gets the opportunity to say either, yeah, I am angry with you and this is why. Or she can say, no, I'm not angry at all. I'm just thinking about something that happened at work today. And because I raised my assumption, instead of having 100 different reasons for why she could be upset in my mind, that collapses into one. She's upset because of something at work, and I just saved myself 1 hour of overthinking. So what's the next step from here? Well, there are two things you can do. One, if you want to become a person that is guided by your signals, a person that understands your own personal values, check out our becominggreat.com podcast episode that we spent 100 hours preparing and planning and creating. It's 1.5 hours long, and if you listen to it, you're going to learn so much about yourself and discover how to act on those signals. The second thing you can do is to sign up for a free 45-minute coaching session with me, where I will teach you how to communicate better with yourself and in your relationships. That will help you a lot to get out of this overthinking trap. To do that, go to my website, whatsmissing.com. The link is in my bio. Alright, that was it for this video. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, please share it to your friends or to someone that can use a little bit more of mental peace and clarity. Keep acting on those signals, and I see you in the next video.